youth empowerment. Now, how do we empower? It's easier said than done. But what are my intentions? First of all, we have to immediately create job opportunities for the youth. There's no question of really empowering the youth, and we have no jobs for them. And therefore, my first attention will be really, what can we do first to push as many of these young men as possible into jobs, so they can feel being part of the society that is taking care of them. There's no point of really, it's hopeless, a hopelessness of the highest order for a young man.
I know there's discrimination. I'm sure it's not based on gender, but because of the competition for jobs. When one job arises, so much competition for it, both male and female, I think it has introduced some form of impunity, discrimination, nepotism, clanism, whatever you call it. I think we can solve those problems by creating jobs, so that we have enough jobs, and the ones which are available are given fairly, competitively, and on merit to whoever deserves, taking into consideration the issues of gender and other factors which have been, I think, collectively captured.
Governor Nadif, what makes you unique or separate from the other candidates who are running for the same position?
What value proposition you bring on the table? Do you have, as a person, anything that the people can look back and say, we believe this man can perform? If somebody has not had any previous track record that can be looked into meaningfully, it becomes difficult for him to be the right person, because there is no history, there is no experience, there is no track record to fall back on. I believe, given my history as far as bringing first community bank,
structure of administration. And the governor will have three roles. One, he is the political head here. Secondly, he is the administrative head here. And thirdly, he is going to be the accounting officer for the devolved funds. What we are going to do, of course, every institution, especially one as powerful as the provincial administration, will use every trick under the sun to try to exist or to survive. The constitution is very clear. The role of the provincial administration is going to be defined in the next 5 years. They are our sons and daughters who serve inside there. We have nothing against them. Some responsibility will be found for them. But as a governor, I will, with the mandate of the people, I will be in charge of this county, administratively, politically, financially, and the provincial administration will have no role.
Because we are basically starting from the scratch. But one that, in particular, I really prickles me a lot is the issue of poverty. We are a county which is basically suffering from poverty, to the extent that we suffer from hunger. We are a hungry county. Our people every other year basically are out there seeking help from the world coming all the way, feeding us with all sorts of supplies, as though really we can never move out from that circle. I believe very, very strongly so that with the river passing in Garissa town, we can do a lot of irrigation, proper irrigation, that should feed the entire population in that country.
As part of my plan, I want to promote large-scale irrigation. In fact, I plan to have 575,000 acres of land, because what we have most abundant in this county is land. We have 46,000 square kilometers of land in this county. Therefore, out of that, I propose to have 575,000 irrigation acres of land and irrigation, 250,000 in Madogashe, 50,000 in Balambala, 70,000 in Burra, 75,000 in Masalani. And this irrigation will act both first as a provider of youth, of employment for the youth. We shall create 12,000 jobs out of this irrigation scheme.